In 1988, James Hall and I had worked together at a winery, and we realized, I think fairly early on, that we had some of the same ideas about the kinds of wines we liked and what our personal dreams were. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized, if I have somebody who knows how to make wine, because James was a winemaker, and somebody who actually knows who to sell it to, that might actually be a business.
Donald and I had a lot in common when it came to the style of wines we liked. The fact that he was a national sales manager and I was a winemaker meant that we had really the two key components to making a successful wine brand.
Probably 86, 87 when we realized that after drinking so many wines and tasting different wines from our neighbors and colleagues that we felt we could do it as well.
I suggested we all get together for dinner. We chatted that evening a bit and came to the conclusion that we wanted to work together, the four partners.
But the four of us, we lived in Napa Valley. We loved a certain style wine. So we loved this Burgundian style, small barrel lots, handcrafted from unique vineyard sites. And so we pulled a little bit of money together and bought our first Chardonnay fruit and a few barrels. Thought, let's do this.
It was crystal clear that after we had crossed that initial phase of getting the business off the launch pad, that red wine was essential to defining a wine brand. Since we were known as a Chardonnay house, Pinot would be a logical extension of that, being a Burgundian variety, as well as the fact that there was a lot of really exciting things happening in Sonoma. Frankly, it was kind of a goofy idea that worked. For the first 18 years, we made Patz and Hall at somebody else's winery.
They wanted to get a little bit bigger, and we wanted to get a little bit bigger. And since they owned the other winery, it was us that had to leave.
And then starting in 2007, I got to build my own winery, which, as any winemaker will tell you, is one of the best days of their life.
This was built specifically to be a winery for Chardonnay and Pinot Noir only. That's what we wanted to focus on, and to create a place where those two varieties could be done in a really extraordinary way.
For me, the essence of the Single Vineyard program is finding a vineyard that not only makes delicious wines, but has a place in the portfolio. Over the years, I've been very fortunate that I've been able to find enough of these sites that our whole portfolio is really filled with great vineyards.
Well, all these vineyards are exceptionally farmed. We believe in deep partnerships with our wine growers. We think that working with them closely helps bring out the best in the vineyard site and helps us make the best wines possible.
That's really what I'm interested in, finding the differences between the sites, and then through my winemaking, bringing those sites to the bottle.
We've been fortunate to work with, I think, the best of the best growers here.
In my experience, if there's not a real passion for the farming, and if the person doesn't have this drive and love for what they're doing, it shows in the wine. And one reason we love putting family vineyards names on the label is that almost all of our vineyards are owned by small family farmers. When I can take somebody's hard work and turn it into a beautiful wine, it reflects very, very positively on the farmers.
So at the Sonoma House, all of our tasting experiences really focus back to the grower and the vineyard site and the winemaking style that we've been true to for 29 years.
I'm really proud of the fact that we were part of a real change in California, from the olden days of pretty mediocre Pinots to wines I think that are really world-class and can stand amongst the greatest wines made in the world.